September 11th started like any other morning. Go to work, you get with your friends, co-workers. Heard some rumblings, people saying, hey, you got to see what's happening in New York.
President Bush has been on the air. He was in Florida at the time saying apparently this was a terrorist attack. Everyone now believes that.
That's when we returned back to our work area to get ready to activate the cells that we have when there's an emergency. As we're doing this, my coworker, name is at that time Major John Jessup, looked at me and said, sir, this could happen to us right now, and we would not be expecting it. He had not finished saying those words when we were hit. And that's how my day started at approximately 9:30 that morning.
I hope you'll stand by and continue to talk with us. Mick?
Katie, I don't want to alarm anybody right now, but apparently it felt just a few moments ago like there was an explosion of some kind here at the Pentagon.
In that transition of when the explosion happened and I was flying in the air and landed where I landed, I was able to capture a ball of fire. I could see like wind coming before the ball of fire and lifting the panels up in the ceiling. The smoke alarm system went off immediately. I started hearing people screaming. It turned dark. I felt it was my duty, my responsibility to go back and help those in need because I was blessed to have survived the initial impact. And there was a thin line that decided who made it and who didn't. And I missed that line less than 5 yards. So I got on all fours and started crawling into the smoke, the darkness, feeling my way around and screaming also, if I could touch people. So we held our hands together and made like a human cot of our arms and told them to lay down. And that's how we carried them out to where they had a triage center. I wanted to look good in my uniform. So I tucked my shirt in. It was stained with fuel. There were blood stains and some human flesh in there also. And walked to the bedroom. And at that time decided, well, I need to take all this off, take a shower. And I needed some time to myself. In that process, I fell flat on my face. I had hurt and dislocated my hip, and the adrenaline rush had kept me going for all these hours. Not until my body was able to calm down did I notice that I did get hurt. There were some co-workers of mine there too, and we just sat under a tree and started to deal with what had happened that day.
And the consequences of it in terms of human loss and the effect on this country are still to be determined.
I look at the bravery of the firemen and the policemen. They ran into that. They had an option, but they knew what their job was and their responsibility, and they went in there. They paid the ultimate price. Those are the heroes.
Terrorism against our nation will not stand. And now if you join me in a moment of silence.